What's up, guys? I just got a new job. Yay! So I'm trying on some scrubs. I really like these black ones. They look so nice and snug. I got these other pink ones. It's like a hot pink, super cute. And then this other hot pink style. Now I'm gonna get my fruit ready for work. I got these really cute pink containers at, I think it was the dollar store. It was so exciting when I saw them. I was just like, these are so cute. I can use these for my lunch. I got some watermelon and some pineapples, and these were my little snacks for work. And here's the view from the top. Don't they look so juicy? They were so juicy and sweet. Airbnb view. What's up, guys? It's been forever, but here I am, new me, new start, fresh start, new journey. I'm here at my Airbnb starting a new job, and I'll get to that soon. But yeah, I just want to kind of show you a little bit. Here is my room. I love the curtains. I love the little dinglies. And this is the little closet here. So I'll be hanging up my scrubs in there. Gotta get them packed. Gotta iron all my stuff. I got a lot to do. So I was supposed to go grocery shopping earlier before I got here. I did go to Save Mart. I got some fruit. I got some snacks. But I still need food. So the house rules are no cooking after 10 and no heavy cooking. So I did want to make some Mexican rice and some chicken and barbecue chicken in the oven, but I don't know if that's considered heavy cooking, but that's what I wanted to do. So that was going to be like my dinner for work for tomorrow. Yeah, but I might have to just go grocery shopping tomorrow after work because I get off of work at 7, so I'll be able to have some time to go grocery shopping, come back and cook something to have for the rest of my 2 days. So yeah.
Leave me, baby, don't wanna fall again. This just hurt me. Just think about it, but you hold me like you don't wanna break. I need some space. Just think about it. Maybe separate is better. I will love you till forever. sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high, keeps me high. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high, keeps me high. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky.
Got a little mess here, so let's do some cleaning up here. Day one, first shift on my first job. Let's make up this bed, go take a shower, get ready. Day two of shifts 3. Yesterday went well, super good, super easy, super good flow, wonderful manager, wonderful coworker, preceptor. Training day 1 was a success and not too bad. Just picking up the charting is something I need to practice on. The hands-on I'm pretty good with. Yeah, it's just getting the charting down because it's a whole different type of charting that I've never done before. So yeah, this is the first time I'm doing this type of charting. It's super easy charting, not hard at all. It's just different steps that I have to follow. So yeah, let's go. Hey guys, so made it to work. Such a beautiful day out here. So nice. The weather is beautiful. I'm out in the Bay Area, so yeah. I'm gonna go ahead, get down, and I will see you guys later. Hey guys, what's up? So I'm off work, finally finished with my 3 shifts. Woo woo. First week of orientation, and I normally get 3 days of orientation, but I can request 1 extra day if I do need it. But I think I'll be fine. I just need to write down my notes right now and write down my routine and everything I need to do from A to Z, and I think I'll be fine. So yeah, this is such a transition for me, guys. Like, I left Florida back to California, so I'll talk about it later, but started a new job and starting fresh out back in Cali again, and making good money per hour, but the only down thing about my new job is there is no weekend differential, and I'm not working nights, I'm working days now, and there's no night differentials at all. So that's the only downfall. Altogether, my base pay is still way more than what I was making out in Florida. I was getting overtime out in Florida, so I am going to do a little check differentiation between California and Florida once I do get paid. And I was getting bonuses out in Florida. Gladly, I do not have to pay my bonus back, because at the hospital that I was previously working at, after 6 months of working there, you do not have to pay back any of the bonuses if you do leave. So that was amazing. That is amazing. I don't have to do that. Yeah, so I did get an Airbnb, which I did show you guys, and it was roughly around $278, but I'll insert a little picture here so you can see the price for an Airbnb out here in the area that I'm working in. And yeah, so I'm happy, I'm excited to see where God is going to take me. I am nervous, I was a little stressed, and my head was hurting so much the past, well, I'm thankful the pain is gone now, but I want to say like 3 days ago, for like about 3 days in a row, I was having horrible headaches, and my neck and upper back was hurting so bad and so stiff. It still is a little stiff, so I do need to find like a masseuse, a good massaging place, like a Chinese massaging place preferably, so they can get out the stress and the tightness that I have in my upper neck and back. It's just really awful. I do got to get my nails done again on payday. And I got to get my lashes done. These are just the glue-on ones. I did get my lips done by my cousin. It was probably like a month or so ago, so they have come down a whole lot. What else? I'm wearing pink, my favorite color, and I got this really cute cup from Hollywood, California when I came out for my vacation. I am going to show my vacation. I'll do an updated video on my vacation as well. And so what kind of stuff am I doing at my new job? What kind of skills am I uptaking or working or keeping at this job? So I'm still able to keep some of my vent skills, being able to switch modes on the vent, place a patient on a vent. I'm also doing a lot of trach care, so I am definitely going to build up my trach care skills. At my previous hospital that I worked at, I had a little bit of trach care, maybe like once in a while, like 2 or 3 patients that were trach patients. Here, all my patients are trach patients. So that's the difference. So I will be seeing a lot of mucus. I will be suctioning a lot of thick yellow mucus. Now, I didn't do that too much. So now I got a lot of that. I'm not doing any ABGs anymore, so I kind of feel bad. Like, I'm not going to be using my ABG skills. I'm not going to be doing any intubations. I might have to bag a patient. I might have to do a code blue. But most of these patients are very stable. They do not leave the facility. They stay in the facility. The families come in and visit them. So there's not too much like COVID or hepatitis or flu. You really don't see that in these patients. And what else? I'm basically going to be using, I do have a different charting system that I'm doing now, so my charting is much easier, and I feel like it's a lot easier now. Less steps, a lot less steps now. Before, my charting was a lot. At one of the hospitals that I was working at, my per diem hospital, oh my goodness, that was a lot of charting. And then my full time, it was like medium charting. In this one, they provide a laptop for you, which my other facility in Florida, they also provided the laptop and a push cart. This one, we do not have a push cart where we have a push cart, but it's huge. So now it's like this huge one with 3 drawers, super big, and we can push that one with our supplies to do our trach care. I will be doing a lot of nebulizer treatments. That's something I was already doing. I will not be going to rapid responses, and hardly ever any code blues. No intubations, no extubations, no ABGs, no chest x-rays, no CTs, no, what's the other one? OR, IR, what's the other one? CAT scan, and then there's the other one, nuclear. We won't be going to no nuclear. It's not a hospital, because I do not work at a hospital anymore. It's more like a facility, kind of like a huge home that was made into like a nursing home, but it's not a nursing home. It's just a huge home that was actually, I don't want to say too much because I don't want you guys to know where I work until after I leave. Then I could tell you more about it. But anyways, it's just a huge house with lots of patients. They each have their own room. There is a couple double rooms, and they have their own bathrooms and stuff, own closets and stuff. But so beautiful. It's such a beautiful facility. It smells so good. They keep it so clean. The employees are nice, amazing. My supervisor manager is actually one of my classmates that I went to school with. That is so crazy. I never would have thought. That's why you got to be nice to your classmates. When you go to RT school or nursing school or anything, be nice to your classmates. It was so sad because sometimes there was girls that would be annoyed with her, or they would be talking over there, whispering about her, like, oh my gosh, she talks too much, oh, she comes over here and blah blah blah. And I wouldn't say nothing. I would just listen. But I did see how some people could be pretty messed up. And she remembered me, and she did not even interview me. She said, you got the job. Like, she's seen my resume. She called me, and she's like, Andrea, she's like, I went to school with you. She said my last name. And she's like, we went to school together. This is so-and-so. I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, yeah, I'm the supervisor here. She's like, when can you start? I'm like, tomorrow. So she's like, okay, I'm going to start you next week. But of course, I didn't have my physical TB test done on time. So she had to start me the following week, which that's fine. Making $48 an hour, 12-hour shifts, half an hour lunch, 2 10-minute breaks. And so now my hours go down to 11.5 hours a day. When I was at the hospital in Florida, my hours were a full 12-hour shifts because they allowed us to clock in early. And we did have our 30-minute lunch, but sometimes I couldn't even take my 30-minute lunch because I was on my lunch, and then they would call me, so I'd clock right back in. Or sometimes I couldn't even take my lunch because we were so busy and we were short-staffed. So the good thing is, I don't have multiple floors that I have to go work at. But there was a lot of downtime. I was telling my supervisor there was a lot of downtime when I was working in the hospital, because in the hospital, you right at 7 p.m. you're passing out your nebulizers and nebulizer treatments, or you're doing your charting, whatever that you have to do. If you have vent checks or whatever, you're doing that. So and then within 2 hours I was done. So I was able to have some downtime. Okay. Here, like, I don't know. We were super busy yesterday too, like organizing all kinds of products. We were organizing closets. We were putting in products into their closets and everything. So we were doing so much. So I think that's why it seemed like we didn't really have that much downtime. But today I did have a little bit more downtime, but it's still not as near as downtime as in the hospital. So that's the difference. But anyways, what else? The only thing is, so over there in the hospital, the nurses would call us, this patient wants a breathing treatment. Out here at this facility, CNAs and nurses, some of the nurses, actually the nurses here are very, very skillful, and sometimes they will give the nebulizer treatment if you didn't, and they will suction the patient if you didn't, or if the patient needs suction. But sometimes a CNA will come up to us and say, this patient wants a breathing treatment or wants suction. So that's the only thing, and that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. But today that happened, and when I walked in there, the nurse was already in there suctioning the patient. So I didn't have to. So that was very helpful. That's one thing that's very helpful. The nurses here are a little bit more skillful than the ones in Florida. Shh, I didn't say that. But, I mean, even I heard an incident where a nurse here had put a nasal cannula on a trach patient. Like, you don't do that, because their airway is down here. So the airway up here, they're not used to using this up here. They're used to using this to breathe in. So where you want to put the oxygen is here. So you have to hook up the oxygen to the tubing that goes to the trach. So that was just a little mistake that the nurse had made, because she wasn't properly, or I'm not sure if it was a he or she, but the nurse was not properly educated on that. So that's one of the things that they told me that happened at this facility. But I mean, there was some crazy things when I was out in the hospital out there in Florida. There was nurses that didn't know how to put a venti mask together. There was nurses that didn't know how to switch the oxygen on the wall from if the patient was on a nebulizer, how to switch it back to their oxygen. And patients were desatting. They were taking them off the nebulizers, not switching them back to the oxygen. Patients were desatting. They're freaking out, calling rapid response. We're coming, calling RT. We're coming. What happened? We go there. The oxygen's not switched on. I'm just like, okay, the oxygen's not on. That's all it is. They're like, okay, what should we do? Should we do BiPAP, high flow? I'm like, no, just give it a minute. They'll be fine. But it's so funny. Like, I laugh about it because it's so funny. But I know it's not funny, because it's a serious, it's a serious thing, because, they're desatting, their oxygen levels are going down. But it's just like simple little things like that, that nurses didn't know. And I'm not downing any nurses or anything like that, but a lot of nurses do lack the knowledge of certain things. Which I'm sure RTs lack the knowledge of nursing things, which is fine. But oxygen is a nursing and an RT thing. I can understand if they don't know anything about the BiPAP or the heated high flow or a vent, that's fine. But when you don't know something that you should know, that you went to school for, that just, it's mind-boggling. But anyways, enough of that. It's Saturday night. I still have my Popeyes from yesterday. I thought I was going to eat it yesterday for my dinner, but I'm just not feeling. I mean, I didn't feel like it yesterday. Yesterday I got home. I was so tired. That's why I didn't vlog yesterday. And I didn't want to do a repeat thing over and over as well. With me getting ready and all that stuff. But, yeah, I'm just still trying to figure it out. Figure out if I'm gonna get a per diem, if I'm gonna move out here. The weather's so beautiful out here. It's such a gorgeous place out here where I'm working. And the weather's so beautiful. It is the Bay Area. I'll let you know that. It is the Bay Area. But like, I'm a little sad because out there, I was literally going to be making like $12,000 a month, working 60 hours a week. And now I'm going to be working like now I'm going to be working three 12-hour shifts and making a little over $6,000 a month. Just with this one job. But I really, really, really want to get like a per diem job. So I want to go back to working like 5 days a week. I know, I'm crazy, but I just have so much bills. I still have not even paid my student loans. I have not touched my student loans since I graduated, guys. So yes, that's bad. Do not do that. Do not do that. And I've got bonuses and I've just been traveling. My problem is I've been traveling too much and having fun, spending money, going shopping, going out to eat, buying cars, doing this and that. And it's like, no, girl, you need to slow down. You need to stop and you need to think about what you're doing. Write down your goals, your plans, write down a budget and stick to it. Like, that's what I really need to do. Really, really need to do. So yeah, I'm gonna figure something out. Yeah, I got a lot of thinking to do, but I'm gonna go ahead, go inside and see what I'm gonna do. Just probably relax, maybe to go take a hot shower, relax, and I'm not really even hungry, really. I had a chocolate pudding earlier and some pork rinds. Been drinking my water lately. Yeah, so, all right, catch y'all later. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Trying to wake up, trying to leave my Airbnb and head back home. I gotta get up, gotta go get in the shower. You know what I was thinking this morning? Donuts. I was thinking about having some donuts this morning. But I don't know. We'll see.